Hey, how you doing? It's the Down the Game here. Welcome back for some Mario Kart 8. Apologies for the last episode. I kind of ranted on a little bit. I don't know. I think it's just the Switch. I don't know what it is about the Switch. It's just sort of grinding me the wrong way. Maybe it's the whole paying to play online. Maybe it's the Mario Kart 8 Deluxe. I think it might be Mario Kart 8 Deluxe that's kind of got me a little bit salty. Oh god damn it. Because ever since they announced it, I just haven't been really happy with hearing that announcement. Because when you own Mario Kart 8 already, it feels like a slap in the face kind of thing. I promise I'm not going to rant too much. I just want to go on about the fact that Mario Kart 8 is just... like, Mario Kart 8 Deluxe just feels like a bad deal. Paying full price, like a full price game, for basically what's essentially just some DLC, really. Because if you own the game already, you're not getting much new from it. Like, when I saw, like, before they announced the Mario Kart 8 Deluxe, I saw like the Mario Kart and I was like, oh man, I can't wait for Mario Kart 9. And it's like, oh, it's Mario Kart 8 Deluxe. I'm like, that feels like a really lazy thing to do. That feels like basically doing a HD remaster of a game that's not like that's just last generation. Like, it doesn't seem like there's much. Like, why would you? Okay, watch out for the fireballs. Anyway, that's my little rant, I guess, about the whole Mario Kart 8 Deluxe. I feel like the value's not there. Like, the biggest selling point for that is the fact that it's like, look, we have a battle mode. And it's like, I don't know if you should be focusing so much on that. Because all you're basically saying is, look, here's the thing that we didn't do right the first time, so here it is now. And it's like, okay, yes, there's a battle mode. I mean, that's nice, but the whole fact is you didn't do it in the first place. The fact that you're doing it now, I feel like is like a little too late kind of thing. Like, instead of just making Mario Kart 8 with battle mode, I feel like they should have just made a new Mario Kart. Like, because I think one of the biggest problems Nintendo has is innovation. Now, I mean, obviously, when it comes to consoles, they innovate a lot. Like, they always try to do new things. Like the Switch, of course, is like a hybrid between home console and portable. So obviously, when it comes to consoles, they're very innovative. But I feel like when it comes to games, they are very same. Like, it's the same thing every time. Looking at Super Mario Bros. Is a good example, where it's pretty much the same game since when they first made it. The only difference, obviously, being that now it's in sort of like 3D graphics instead of 2D. And they add like a couple new items or whatever. Like, it feels like with Mario Kart. I mean, to be fair, actually Mario Kart has been pretty good at changing it up. It's just I feel like ever since Mario Kart 7, they've just kind of fallen into kind of like, you know, this kind of safe zone where they're like, it's kind of like Call of Duty now, where it's like, okay, well, we found what people like and we're not going to change anything, we're just going to keep making the same thing. Because if you've never played Mario Kart 7, it's basically just Mario Kart 8. The only difference, of course, is Mario Kart 8 has the anti-gravity. Other than that, it's basically Mario Kart 7. Like, I feel like if they're gonna do that, instead of making another Mario Kart, which is basically just the same Mario Kart, they should just make more DLC. Like, I feel like the battle mode should just be a DLC or some sort of like update, like a patch. Because the idea of having to pay full price for just a battle mode and a couple of new characters, it just seems ludicrous to me. I can't get my head around it. The idea of paying so much money for so little. I mean, obviously it's great value for somebody who doesn't have Mario Kart 8 or have the DLC. But I feel like there needs to be some kind of incentive for somebody who has the game and has the DLC. Well, Getting a little bit of Neo happening there. Anyway, I'm sorry I've gone on for a while. It's just... It's been... I don't know, I just need to get it off my chest. So, anyway, I think that's going to be enough talking about that. I pretty much... Oh god. Oh god, the friggin' bats. Why? And the fireballs. Anyway, so... I've pretty much gone like 1.5 episodes or so talking about how the Switch and Mario Kart 8 and all that. So I think it's time that we actually just focus on the game. Somehow I managed to win the last race, even though I was just ranting the whole time. Maybe the power of ranting actually somehow gives me extra powers. Anyway, let's focus on the game. And... Okay, so my shell hit the banana, but I didn't hit the banana. Did he actually fall off the track then? I feel like that was probably a lag thing. Usually when I see someone... Oh, what? What was that? He was behind... What? You all saw that, right? He was in front of me, and then he used the bullet bill and somehow ended up behind me. What the hell, game? What the hell was that? Oh, good, no item. Well, looks like the salt has finally returned. I mean, we got a nice few episodes in before the salt managed to start coming back. I think another reason why the salt's probably started to come back was the fact that, so like, I played a little bit of Mario Kart in my own time, like after recording my last batch of recordings. I played some Mario Kart not recording, like off screen, and I had a really bad time. Just that's probably putting it mildly. Definitely an understatement. Yeah, so I was getting like royally screwed like a lot in like pretty much every race, and you start to really notice some of the flaws in a game when you constantly get screwed. So another reason why seeing Mario Kart 8 Deluxe makes me a little bit upset is like the knowledge that it means that the fire hopping, for example, that's going to still be here because it's the same game, which is very unfortunate to know. Like that's a pretty disappointing thing to know. Like, because if they made Mario Kart 9, they could have gotten rid of fire hopping because they could have done something new. Like, they could have done a system where instead of hopping to drift, you just press the button to drift, which is a lot better, in my opinion. Like, they did that in Double Dash. In Double Dash, there was no hopping because you just pressed the button to drift. And like in Sonic Racing and Sonic Racing Transformed, you just press the drift button. There's no jumping, so you can't fire hop. I mean, obviously you might be able to snake, but usually it was usually designed fairly well, so you wouldn't. Okay, well, I guess that was bound to happen. You know, like, because if they got rid of hopping, you couldn't fire hop. It's as simple as that. And then, you know, they could change things up. Like maybe they could try and do triggers instead of buttons for the accelerator, which I think would be an interesting option. Like, what I like about Sonic, with the Sonic Race, with the Transform, is the fact that it's got boats and planes instead of... Because, like, people might argue it's like, oh, well, you know, Mario Kart has gliders and you can drive underwater, but let's be honest, gliding is just pretty boring, and you don't really do much when you're gliding. Okay, he's got red shells, so I'm going to stay behind him. Unfortunately, that was kind of a waste for the gold mushroom, but I couldn't really do much about it. I feel okay. Yep, never mind. Oh, really? Just as I use my mushroom as well. Well, I'm trying to recover as much as I can. Man, look at that fire hopper. You can tell he's a fire hopper because look how far ahead he is. There's no way you can be that far ahead and not be a fire hopper. I mean, to be fair, we are kind of destroying ourselves back in the pack a bit, but you know, you can't tell me that the people out in front are not fire hoppers. Alright, please, Bullet Bill, do not... Okay, you can stop now. Thank you. Okay, good, Bullet Bill. You actually did a good job for once. Alright, well, looks like we got third somehow. So I'm happy with that, I guess. We could probably turn that fan off now. My aircon's now back up and running. Also, I just noticed that, my it's not capturing properly. Well, I just like there's a black border going around. Is that got to do with the capture? No, it's nothing to do with the capture. I think I know what the problem with that is. Unfortunately, I can't really change it right now. So, the problem is that when I play on my big TV, the Wii U doesn't take up the whole screen, so I have to actually no, it takes up too much of the screen. That's right. So I have to shrink the size. But I'm playing on the other TV now, like the smaller TV that I use for recording and streaming, and it's smaller, so I guess it has a different. Maybe it's got different resolution or something. Oh, I don't know, but I'll have to do something about that. I won't be able to do anything about that right now, unfortunately. So the next episode's probably also gonna still be like that. Actually, I could probably. Well, the problem is, I'll have to go out. I'll have to basically close the game down to change the settings and all that. Which is another problem that Nintendo has. They're not there's I've been playing the Xbox One reasonably a lot because I've been playing a lot of Forza Horizon 3. And one good thing about that game, the good thing about the Xbox One is that you can have the game suspended in the background and then you can still go into options and change settings. Whereas with the Wii U, it's the Wii U, you can change, you can suspend your software. You can have the game in suspension, but you can only do limited things. If I want to go to settings and change some of the Wii U settings, I have to close the game, which is a little annoying because I feel like you should be able to do that without having to close the game. Because when you think about it, the settings that I'm changing aren't really something that would affect the game particularly much. It's only affecting the screen, which has nothing really to do with the game itself. So you'd think I should be able to change those settings. Oh god. Yep. Didn't really know what I didn't really know what to do then. I just panicked and threw a banana. Not really sure how I was going to do it. Look how slow the star is. It's just a bit too slow. Crap, it's not going to run out in time, is it? Okay, it actually somehow managed to run out, which is lucky. Really? You get a bullet bill, I get a crappy mushroom. Well, we're somehow in 5th, which I'm happy to settle for. Unless the bullet bill can quickly save the day. Which it does. Got 4th place. I don't know what happened there. It looked like a guy fell off into the water. I feel like I got something on the back of my neck. I better not have a tick, because that would be crap. I don't think it's a tick. It's alright, everyone. It's not a tick. I'm not dying. I don't know what it is, though. It feels like some sort of scab. No idea. Maybe it's one of these annoying... Maybe it was one of those spiders that I've got around my place at the moment. I think it might have been a week ago or so. a bunch of baby spiders decided to spawn from somewhere in my room. No idea where, but they pretty much, they're like everywhere now. I have killed quite a few, but there's still like a couple you just find. They'll start crawling across like my monitor or my TV, and it's like, yeah. I think I've gotten rid of most of them. Sometimes they're on the ceiling, and if I'm unfortunate enough, sometimes they drop down from the ceiling, and then that's when I'm like, no, don't do that. I'll let you wander around the walls and shit, but as soon as you start dropping down from the ceiling right in my face, that's when it's like, nah, I'm sorry, but you gotta go. I don't appreciate spiders, even on a good day. I mean, I can deal with the little babies because they're only tiny little things, but if they start to grow up and become big-ass, creepy-ass spiders, then no. Okay, you have a... Yeah, I saw that. I saw it, I tried to brake, but I had the slipstream, so I couldn't really slow down enough. And then, of course, there was everybody behind me kind of giving me a helpful little nudge forwards. Well, I finally got 3 red shells, which apparently did nothing, which I'm kind of confused about. Why did my red shells not hit anybody? Wait, what? What? Did you see that? That red shell just committed suicide. My god. The red shells in this game. So, I think maybe I had 3 red shells, and I think maybe one of them hit somebody. The rest of them just decided that they didn't want to live anymore. Okay, well, that didn't go particularly well. I was trying to dodge this star and just kind of... Man, that banana is basically... That banana has basically made one item box completely unreachable. Oh, well. You know, it'd been... Why doesn't that ever... Oh, he took my friggin' mushroom, you son of a bitch. I went to get it, and he just immediately ran over it. Okay. So I got 3 mushrooms, he's got 3 mushrooms. Let's see what we can do. Got a dirty little fire hopper in front of us. Of course it's Japanese. Not to be racist, but I had one game where the whole lobby was Japanese. Like, I was the only Aussie. Everyone else was Japanese. And pretty much every single one of them was a fire hopper. And I was like, man, it's a nation of fire hoppers. I feel like whenever I get a star, there's never lightning. Like, it would be nice, because I feel like the only time the star is ever useful is if lightning happens, because otherwise it's pretty not useful. Okay, you have a red shell. Ah, he used it too early. Somehow I got second. That's kind of a weird build that the guy has. He's got Morton, which is your typical meta build, but then he's got like a light vehicle, which is kind of strange. Oh crud! My gamepad is giving up the ghost. I'm gonna have to grab the old charger. Anyway, that is the end of the episode, though. So thanks for watching. I promise that we should have the salt out of the system. Also, I think I'll use this opportunity to go fix the size of the screen so we don't have that black border happening. It's kind of weird because on the TV it looks fine, like there's no black borders, but on the capture there is black borders. So I don't know what I don't know if there's any way I can fix that. Like, let me... Okay, you know what? I'm not going to bother doing that now. I'm just going to end the episode here, and then I'll try fixing that for next time. So thanks for watching, and I will see you next time.